This guy's got a cool name. Let's try this guy. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Who am I speaking with?
I'm actually a former fan, but my name's Austin.
A former fan by the name of Austin. Okay, this will be interesting.
Yeah.
So, Austin, what would you like to talk about tonight?
I'm actually just want to talk about basically the haters, I guess.
Okay.
Not to disown you or anything, but the way you always say that they're idiots or dumbass. Like you called me an idiot, and when I sent you that tweet, I don't know if you remember because you banned me, but
sounds
you called me an
right.
idiot. Yeah.
Okay.
That's just because I sent you a video with a description of hate, which it's acceptable, but I just wanted, the reason why I tweeted that is because I wanted you to view a fan that was concerned about you and expressing opinions that aren't exactly hate, but ever since that incident happened, I just been very non with your stuff. But since you've been playing games I grew up with, like Jack and Jack 2, and I watched you stream Jack, but then when every time you rage at kind of stupid stuff, I will admit I'm not afraid to express my opinion, but I always leave because that's what you always say. But I just want to say that you shouldn't really call them idiots or dumbass just because of one thing. I mean, you have the right to say, but I think it's just not it makes you look bad because you're calling them names. And I think that if you start if you lower yourself to that level, people will continue to start making videos about you. So if you stay above that level and not worry about what they say and not go to that level, like I said before, then you want to have the hate always coming to you. And also, you say that you never look at the stream chat, but all the time, but you kind of do, and we can tell, and a lot of people notice that a lot, especially in the Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 playthrough. But I understand that
that is 100% true for Dark Souls 1. That is very much not true in Dark Souls 2, but you can believe whatever you want, but go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying that's because when I watched your Dark Souls 2 playthrough, the entire, not the this is how you don't play, but most of the videos you always look in the stream chat. But other playthroughs, you look at the stream chat, and you say you never always look at the stream chat.
That's true. I don't always look at the stream chat. There are obviously going to be times when I check. Frequently, if I'm watching or playing a game and I want to see, gee, how are people reacting to what just happened? How are people reacting to it? Or how's the viewership? I do look at the stream chat from time to time. I'll admit, if I'm completely stumped at a point of a game and I can't figure out what the hell I'm supposed to be doing, sometimes I'll look at the stream chat, and it's funny because sometimes people spam shit in the stream chat. Do this, do this, do this, and other times they don't.
Yeah.
So it depends, but I'm not going to say that I never use it. No, I've never said that. I said that I don't always use it.
Yeah.
I'm not always staring at it like this. Oh, okay, do this, go right, go left, jump, press A. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm playing the game, and because this is an interactive medium, every once in a while I'll look at the stream chat. The one exception to that, I would say absolutely 1,000,000% is Dark Souls. Dark Souls was a game I was so fucking fed up with and lost in that I needed people to hold my hand and tell me what to fucking do, or else I never would have gotten through that game. But Dark Souls 2 was a completely different animal, where I was trying to tackle stuff for myself. It was very, very rare in Dark Souls 2 where someone told me something to do or to beat that I did need, or I didn't actively say, okay, I'm stuck now I wonder what to do, versus me trying to figure it out myself at first. So regardless of what you saw, what you thought you saw on Facecam, you understand there's other stuff I'm looking at too. I think a lot of people don't realize that I'm not just staring at stream chat. You've got viewership counts. I actually have a preview of the stream that's always playing on the dashboard, and I need to check that frequently, because if that goes down, it means my stream's down. That's how I know if my stream is working or not. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of factors and things that I'm looking at. In regards to your first point about me in particular, I have no idea who you are, so I have no idea. I can't specifically address your opinion. Obviously, you have to understand that if two people ever had said something on Twitter that pissed me off and I called them an idiot, then I would know who you are. But the fact that literally in the past year it's become every other day, every tweet that I get is that, I have no clue. So I apologize. I hope you don't take offense that I don't particularly remember the situation of what happened on Twitter.
That's okay.
But to address it directly, first of all, I am going to be the first person to say I am human. You are 1,000,000% correct when you say that. You're right. If I got people attacking me and it's something that is pissing me off, I should let it roll off the top of my head like a wet duck, right? Right off the top of the head and say, it's who cares? It's some guy on Twitter. I don't care if he likes me or not or whatever. You know, why would I let that get to me? But the problem is I'm human, and there are days when maybe I'm in a bad mood. And of course, if I remember correctly, like I said, I don't remember a specific situation, but it sounds like this was a while ago, correct? This wasn't recently?
About the tweet thing?
Yeah. How long ago?
Yeah. This been like, it's almost a year. Almost.
Okay, because I was going to say, you got to understand that some days I'm just in here, especially since I moved to Washington, I'm in this fucking hot office, and, you know, it's just like a sweltering oven in here, and then some dickhead says something on Twitter. It's like, oh my God, you really, on top of everything here, I'm trying to work, I'm trying to put out an entertaining stream, and I got to have some dickhead on my case about something stupid. But first of all, you're 1,000,000% correct. I should be above it. I should be more mature about it. I shouldn't be personally insulting people who send me stupid tweets, all right? But I'm human, and the problem being human is that you don't have perfect self-control, right? It would be like, let me put it to you this way. If there was a little gnat right here, and it just kept buzzing me, and I could just shoo it away, or I could swat it, you know, or I could choose to ignore it, and I'm going to react differently depending on my demeanor. One day I may be real pissed, and I say, fuck it. Someday I might just shoo it away, and it all depends on what's going on with me. Now, again, in your particular situation, I have no idea what the situation was. Obviously, it was something that really pissed me off, and I decided to block you on Twitter because I'll be honest, if you sent me a video and it was a video about someone saying something negative about me or I said, I don't want that. I can't. I have too many people now who are making these videos, regardless of if you could have been the one person on the planet who made one that was nice and well-intentioned and had good points. I can't watch them anymore because it's too time-consuming. Too many people are doing it. They're malicious. There's a lot of evil people out there who are out there to just make people feel bad about themselves. And I need to focus on the positive. I need to focus on my business. I need to focus on working. So if you send me stuff like that on Twitter, that is what's going to happen. I definitively said black and white. If you send me a video on Twitter and say, Phil, here's a guy who made a video about you, and it's hate, I'm not going to watch it, and you're going to get blocked on Twitter. So I apologize if I called you an idiot. I apologize if you took offense. You're absolutely right. You probably caught me at a time when I'm pissed. If you notice, if you actually watch what I tweet, I don't do that often. You know what I mean? Maybe a couple times in a month or something. You have to understand that on a daily basis, I probably get about 40 nasty fucking tweets from people. Just today, you're the worst guy I've ever seen. You should fucking die. Shit like that. And it's like, you know, it's so much to the point where if it did piss me off, it's probably because it was just something that caught my attention at the wrong time when I wish I could have been focused on other stuff. And again, I do apologize. You don't have to believe me, but I do apologize.
I believe you, but like I said at the very beginning, I'm just a former fan, so once in a while I'll be coming back. I don't keep me like the center of the point, so I'm gonna ask one more thing. Like,
okay, sure.
A lot of people like me are former fans, and they made videos like what I did. And you always say you never when you already said what you said what I did. So they make videos just like me, and you always call everyone haters and idiots and all that. It's like you're putting them down for when you're not watching their content.
See, that's not true. That is not true. And wish that more people would actually listen to some of the stuff that I say rather than just what they hear through hearsay, or you hear me say one thing one particular time and you use that as a blanket statement. Absolutely not. I am 100% sure that there are people out there that maybe they had a criticism of stuff that I do. Maybe they have constructive criticism, but you have to understand something, all right? There's how many thousands of you, and there's one of me.
And only one you.
I can't watch it all. I can't even tell what's constructive versus what's destructive, what's serious, what's meant to be malicious. I'm sorry. I wish that this was a better two-way interaction. I really do. I really wish that I had time to go through and say, okay, wow, that guy wrote a nice letter about, or a nice post on my forum about something that I could improve. This guy had a valid point here. I can't, because there's so much of it now. It's all become white noise. And
yeah,
unfortunately, the problem here is that there's some people who thought that it's fun to make fun of someone, it's fun to hate on someone. That's what it's become. It's become this mob mentality of making fun of Phil is a fun and funny thing to do versus we have valid points to help Phil. So I can't break through all that white noise to find out what the valid points are. So understand this. When I say, oh, the more haters did shit today, I'm not talking about people who have valid points. The problem is I can't discern between who's valid and who's not, and I've already said this publicly. I'll say it again here tonight. Don't bother. Don't bother making a video about it. Because I can't watch it, because I don't know what's valid anymore, and I can't discern between it. One of me, thousands of you. I'm sorry that I'm not multiple people, or I don't have a team of people who can watch that kind of stuff. I'm in the one-man army. You know what I mean? I'm the one guy. I don't have anyone who works for me, and I can't take that time. I have to focus on making my content and my entertainment factor and my value and have my business operate, and I can't take time out on a daily basis to be watching all these videos. I hope that there aren't a bunch of people out there who think that when I am raging about someone who said something or did something, that I'm not talking about you if you're one of the people who really was concerned and had a valid concern and I didn't address it. I hope that you don't take it like that, because I'm not calling you that kind of a person. I'm talking to, the little kid who thinks it's funny to make this a teenager. Oh, I'm going to make fun of Phil because it's this bandwagon bullshit and he's not a good gamer or whatever. And they think that it's funny. And then, of course, now, look how it's affected my business. I don't get any new viewers anymore. I don't. My viewers is basically my hardcore fan base who was there from the beginning, and that's who watches my content. All those people who might have been new viewership, they don't come to me because they've heard that Darkside Phil is the guy who sucks at games and it's fun to make fun of him and it's this bandwagon thing. And so I don't have time to focus on it anymore. I have to make my business work. I'm sorry.
That's completely understandable. Like, I understand. I don't do live streaming, so I'm not in that type of stuff. And I think the best interactive way to get someone else's opinion that is also someone like me is through what you are doing right now between me and you, expressing our opinion by talking to you through Skype. Mm-hmm. I think that's the best way to express what we think, and hopefully it sinks in and says, oh, okay, this is like good points and good valid points, so that it sinks in. You take into consideration, you take another person's consideration points in consideration, and you start changing on those valid points, and then
well, you see, and herein lies the problem. For every one great call that I get from someone like you, who we made valid points, we had a good conversation, I feel that, on both sides, we both maybe learned a little, and maybe this could be a better relationship in the future. There's going to be, for every one of you, 500 idiots who literally are just, oh, I hate Phil anyway, I don't care, I'll twist what he just said into something negative, I'll make another negative video about it, and that's the problem, is that there aren't actual people out there who are willing anymore to listen or to even take anything that I say as truth. They just think that I'm like evil because it was this bandwagon mentality, and that's what's happened. So again, I apologize that I obviously, if you made a legit video and it was legit things you were saying in it, and you were really trying to help, and I took it as something hater-ish, I apologize. Obviously, no, I'm not trying to personally insult anyone, but that's unfortunately the byproduct of doing what I do, of being one man and dealing with a fan base of thousands and thousands of followers that like me, thousands of followers who hate me, and it is what it is. So there you have it.
Well, I guess we're done, because I don't know what time it is in where you live because I'm on the East Coast, you're on the West Coast, so it's 11:30 here. So
yeah, it's about 8:30. So I'm about to probably take one more caller after this, and then we'll call it quits for the show tonight. So all right,
okay,
thank you very much for your call, sir.
Thank you.
All right, we got time for one more call, everybody. I know that one went super long, but obviously it was something that needed to be talked about. And it won't matter, because here's the thing. For every, oh wow, Phil had a legitimate conversation with someone, he apologized. The other people won't care. The haters, oh fuck Phil, he's not genuine. So that's what I mean. There was no real benefit, unfortunately, for me being real about situations like that anymore, because it did become this bandwagon mentality of just hate on Phil for the sake of hating on him. So whatever, it is what it is, and I brush it off my back and we move on.